Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you some easy protection rituals that anyone can do. You can apply this to anything you own, you don't have to go out and buy things. But there are some things in the video that you may have to buy or you could make, I don't know, whatever you want to do. I'm still getting used to filming these witchcraft videos because I haven't filmed like sit down chat videos for like 2 years. Because I used to do content like this, but it's just trying to get back into it is so awkward. Anyway, I'm trying a new format today because last time I tried like a voiceover and wasn't sure about it, but I do really like it. So yeah, anyway, let's just get into the video. So the first thing you could do is use herbs. Now you can research and do it applicable to you, like you could do it custom. What am I even talking about? You can do it with your favourite protection herb, but my favourite protection herb is rosemary because it's really abundant. I have some growing in my garden and I love the smell of it. I love that it helps you concentrate. I actually used rosemary in my SATs, which are exams that you take when you are 11. We were allowed to take like really small things into the exam. So like a tiny little toy thing that doesn't have any writing on it and whatever. So I took in some rosemary and it was just so cute, like to think that little 11-year-old me was like using herb magic, and I didn't even realise it when I was practicing other kinds of magic that didn't even exist. So sweet. So like at the very start of my craft, when I barely knew that that was actually magic, even though I was starting to learn about magic, I used rosemary as a herb for concentration, like within my exam and focus and protection and stuff like that. So I still use it today, and there's lots of other herbs you can use, but I just absolutely love using rosemary. And one of my favourite ways to use rosemary, except from using the herb itself, is using oil. So one of the things I have is rosemary essential oil. I buy all my essential oil from Nakura. Please sponsor me. I'm actually thinking that might happen one day because of how much I love their products and that they do actually look like in the future they would sponsor people. So you never know. But anyway, I absolutely love their products. I have like 50 of their essential oils and about 20 of their fragrance oils and their diffuser and like loads of stuff. I spent an absolute fortune, but it's so much fun. It's one of my favourite parts of like I don't really practice that much at the moment. I'm trying to get back into it by making videos, but I just love to incorporate essential oils into my daily practice as something that I just know that I'm always practicing when I'm using my essential oils. So one of my favourite things to do with this is to use it in a diffuser or just to smell it. But you have to be really careful smelling it because it does degrade the oil and it is not very healthy for you. Oh my gosh, it smells incredible. I love the smell of rosemary. So when I need to concentrate, I just kind of smell some rosemary. It's better to smell like normal rosemary, but there's so many things you can do with essential oil. You can make it into soap, you can make it into candles, you can make it into a reed diffuser, use it in a normal diffuser, you can use it in an oil burner, you can put it in a bath, you can like apply it on your skin. And one of my favourite ways to apply it on the skin is by using this rosemary hair oil, which is also from Nakura. I just love their stuff. So this rosemary hair oil, I tend to use it more on my skin than on my hair, even though it is mainly for hair, but you can use it for skin as well. I love using it on my skin because it's like I just love using it as protection, which is what this video is about. So it's like a physical thing of protecting my energy and not absorbing like negative energy. So I try and wear this about once a week when I know that I'm usually after I've just showered, because I don't want to put it on and then know that I'm gonna shower later on in the day. And sometimes I use it in my hair, but not as often because I don't really have time to put it on, wait for it to seep in and then wash it off. And also because I've dyed my hair recently, so I don't I don't want to use any too much product on it. That is a really good protection ritual that I love to do. It's just really fun and I love the smell of it. It just smells incredible. But oh my gosh, it smells amazing. I just love it, even though it's really runny. I have to be so careful I don't spill it everywhere. That is the oil section. The next section is jewellery. So I'm currently wearing these earrings, and I didn't realise until I started learning about planetary magic how amazing these earrings are. So I got these earrings from Etsy, from this shop called, I think it's Holly and Lily, and they make different jewellery and then you can customise what hooks you have. So with these ones, I didn't finish what I was saying because my brain is literally all over the place. With those ones I chose gold hooks, and I really like the ones called crooks because of the way they kind of hook over. So yeah, I really love it. Or you can pick any other kind of hooks. They do the ones where it makes them like jiggle more, but I just really love these shaped ones. Let me take it out of the one that doesn't have two things in, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. I just really like these hooks compared to the other hooks, so when I can customise jewellery and make it that kind of hook, I really like to do so. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this morning I already had one of the earring backers on my earring, and I was trying to find another one because I didn't realise that I already had one on, so I ended up having two. So I had one on the front and then one on the back, and I didn't even realise until I got to school and I took my earrings out because I have to take them out when I wear my headphones for studying. Anyway, I didn't realise that Saturn, which is the planet that this is the planet for protection, and also it is the colour black, which is for protection. So I love wearing it now for that purpose. I really need to actually cleanse, consecrate, charge and whatever all of my jewellery, because I just wear them for specific practices, but I haven't properly like embedded my intent into them. I only have like a really small bit of intent where I'm like, okay, today I'll wear these for this reason, not me sitting there in a dark room with candles going, this is going to be for this reason. So yeah, I really need to actually do that. So other jewellery that I love to wear is hematite. I will go and get my hematite. Where is it? I can't think of where I would have put it. Okay, I found it. This is my hematite pendant thing. It used to be a necklace, but the cord was, it just frayed and then it looked disgusting, so I had to cut the cord off, but I want to get a new cord for it. So hematite is a really good stone for grounding and also for protection, and especially I love the weight of it. It kind of makes you feel grounded, like physically, so I think it's a really good stone for that. It's also good for controlling emotions and staying calm in stressful situations, which is also very, very good. So I think it's a really good everyday stone to wear, even though it's really heavy. So if you have like a smaller one, it's a bit better. And also you can get it in rings. My brother had a hematite ring, but it broke because it is still quite brittle, especially when they form it into a ring. But especially if you have a hematite bracelet, which is like one of the crystal chips as a bracelet, I think that's a really good idea with this specific stone, because you can take it on and off when you need it. So if you're having a day where you know you're gonna be anxious a lot of the time, then when you specifically feel anxious, you can put it on, or just keep it on for the whole day if you're feeling anxious, or just keep it in your bag for times when you feel a bit like. And also you can play with the bracelet, which kind of helps you stay in the present moment and feel calm. So very, very good. I think also all the other properties of hematite that I discussed help contribute to the property of it being helpful for protection, because it has like the ability to make you feel grounded, and when you're grounded, I think it helps you kind of feel like stable, like your feet are firmly planted onto the earth, like you are a tree and whatever, all those things you kind of imagine when you're doing grounding. So you kind of feel strong and like you yourself without anything else can dispel that negativity, and feel like you can face the world. So I think that's also really important, as well as it just being a general good protection stone. I didn't actually fact check that for this video, so I don't actually know if it is a stone for protection, but as I always say, it doesn't matter if something doesn't correspond with an intention you want to use it for, because if it is if it corresponds to that in your brain, then that can sometimes be even more powerful than you seeing that something corresponds with something naturally, especially if you look in a correspondence book and you see that a herb or a crystal corresponds to something that you never would have thought it would correspond to, and it doesn't make sense in your brain. For you to use that correspondence won't be very powerful because you won't believe in it strongly enough. So I think it's important to just use your own judgment, your own beliefs, your own memories, because memories very closely linked to why you would correspond something with something else. So yeah, always use your intuition when choosing correspondences. And then we also have my other jewellery. Let's just walk over to my little, this is like my new altar. I kind of just made my dressing table, my new altar. I will do a proper tour of it at some point. But yeah, so I have like my mini teapot fairy houses, which I loved. I saw them in a charity shop and I could not buy them. Aren't they just the most adorable thing ever? This one is a little bookshop and this one is a post office. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, I just dropped my concealer. And look, they have their own little house thing on the back. It is so cute. And the other one has a little house on the back as well. Oh, look how cute it is. And they're like little fairy houses because like fairies would live in teapots. So yeah, just brings me a lot of joy every single day. So I love it. And then I have my other things. So I currently have all my like autumnal jewellery out, which is more witchy. So I have my acorn earrings, which aren't for protection, they're more for like abundance and luck. But the ones that are for protection are my pinecone earrings. Now I absolutely love these pinecone earrings, and I looked on Etsy for so long to find like the perfect pinecone earrings, and I just love these ones because I wanted like proper brassy coppery colour because it's more autumnal and looks more pinecone like, because if you have a silver one it's not as pineconey, and I just found these and they were just perfect. So yeah, and I also bought them from the same seller as the acorns, and the acorns have to be perfect as well, because I'm very specific when it comes to jewellery when I'm buying it. So yes, what else do we have? Any other earrings? Not really. I think most of them are just these ones and the pinecone ones, and maybe over on my actual proper altar I might, it's not proper altar, I don't know, this is supposed to be my proper altar but I don't actually come here and do spell work because I moved my other jewellery over here. I don't really know. Yeah, no, they're not really for protection. I think that's the opposite of protection. I think that's like, come over and be my friend, like I want to invite in all the energy because I'm fun. However, something I didn't think about those earrings is that they have loads of mirrors on them, so it kind of mirrors away that energy. So they could be used for protection magic. They reflect the energy back to where it came from. But anyway, so yes, let's move on to necklaces. So the best necklace for protection is the pentagram. But I also think the protection stuff is subjective, because if you were to wear a pentagram and you were like a witch who is in the broom closet, you might not want to wear that because it's kind of screams that you are pagan or Wiccan or one of the other magical practitioner people, because you might not want to do that, because that might invite negative energy in, because people are questioning you of why you're wearing that, asking you what religion you follow when it is none of their business. So you might not want to do that. Even if you wear it under your clothes, you still, if you're doing PE, everyone's going to be like, oh, you're wearing a necklace, even though most people don't care. But everyone has that thing where they feel like everyone is always watching them when they're not. So yes, and also another good one that's for protection and mainly grounding, I find, is this tree necklace. It's like a Celtic tree necklace, so it helps me feel grounded, which then also makes me feel like I'm protected from negative energy, which is really good. Let's move to crystals. So I love smoky quartz. Smoky quartz is a great crystal for protection, and I wanted one for years, and then I saw one in the summer. I also did a video where I talked about my crystal haul from the crystals I bought in the summer on holiday. So if you want to hear more about this smoky quartz, I recommend going and watching that video. I will link it in the description box if I remember. And What other crystals are for protection? I think snowflake obsidian must be for protection. So that's this one. And also hagstones are really good for protection. But other than that, there are all the items that I have that I tend to use. Let's get my little notebook and then we can carry on with the YouTube video. There are a couple of things that I forgot to mention in this video. The first one is candles, using candle magic. So you could just light a candle as an easy daily protection ritual. You could even, what is it called when you cover something in oil? It is called anoint. You could anoint a candle with a certain oil or an oil blend to bring protection, and also around the candle you could sprinkle some herbs for protection. So that's a cute little protection ritual that you could do. Another thing I forgot to mention in this video is sigil magic. It was on my list but I forgot to mention it. So you could create a sigil to use for the purposes of protection. You could also create different sigils for different kinds of protection. So like one for your home, so one that you could kind of draw on the windows with like the sponge when you're like washing your window. So you could draw the protection sigil on your window and then wipe the window to clean it. Actually no, that's a really bad idea because then you're cleaning away your sigil. But there are other things you could do with sigil magic, but this video isn't about sigil magic, but you can use sigils for lots of different things. Or you could like draw one in your coffee in the morning. Lots of different options. You could even draw one on your wrist with pen or eyeliner, a non-toxic pen. Don't get ink poisoning. So, let's go back here. That is better. Oh, we got some plant in the viewfinder. It's not a viewfinder, it's just my phone screen because I'm too lazy to buy a camera. Anyway, so talked about everything. Yeah, any kind of black crystal necklace. Like my friend at school the other day, she started wearing this black onyx necklace and anything like that. I told her that was a good protection charm. So yeah, and also different protection charms from different cultures. Like I forgot to say, but there you can barely see it, my evil eye, so that absorbs jealousy, negativity, people's bad looks, and it stops you from absorbing that. You can also get evil eye bracelets. I have one of those, and there's loads of other evil eye things you can get. You can get like bags and all sorts. If you go somewhere like Greece or Egypt on holiday, it is a huge part of the culture there, and you can get it in literally any gift shop. You can even get it in gift shops in this country, so it's a very big thing there. The next thing you can do as a simple daily protection ritual is shielding. Now, shielding is something that I tried to do last year, but I just found that it wasn't very effective for me in the different situations I was in last year. I think it's a really good thing for other people, but it just doesn't really work for me at this point in my life so far. But I find that other protection rituals are better for me than shielding. I don't know, I just find it doesn't work for me. But I highly recommend you try it, and if it doesn't work for you, then I'll let you know when I find something that does work. But all these other protection rituals work, but they are for different things. I find it just helps me feel more confident and safe with the other protection rituals that I have. But yeah, anyway, next thing is carrying a crystal. I did talk about crystals earlier, but specifically thinking about these crystals, absorbing all of the negative energy, negative vibes from other people when you're walking around in life. I find that really helpful. I think that I find is a better thing than shielding, especially if you're going to go through a day that's really stressful and you've got people demanding things from you or something. You can just imagine all of that sort of energy that's hitting you, hitting like a rock in a bracelet instead of being absorbed by you. So then you can go home that day and then cleanse the hell out of that bracelet, and you can just feel all of that negative negative energy dispersing, especially if you did that kind of ritual near a window and just letting all that energy just fly out into the abyss. It just sounds like a great idea. I should start doing that. But luckily I haven't got that much negative energy coming towards me at the moment, so that's good. The next thing you can do is veil or wear a hat. I've heard a lot of practitioners like doing this, especially Chaotic Witch Aunt. They used to do this. I don't know if they do it as much anymore, but in their recent videos they haven't been veiling as much, so not sure. But it's just such a good idea. And I always find when I wear a hat or when I veil, which isn't very often, I only do it on holiday so my parting doesn't burn, that you just feel so like I don't know, I feel like I'm 25% cut off from the world more than if I'm not wearing it. It's like the same thing with wearing headphones. You feel like you've just got that layer of protection so your energy isn't going out, especially as you lose a lot of heat from your head. Kind of conserving that energy makes you feel a lot more energetic, I suppose. So highly recommend that, or trying that. All of these suggestions are just things you can try, so yes. And then the final thing I have to say, there's probably many more that I could have thought of but I didn't. The other things are just wearing black, having black stuff, just using the colour black, colour magic. That helps to get rid of negative energy. I always find like I keep repeating myself when I talk about like negative energy and stuff in videos, and I feel like it doesn't sound very scientific, and because I'm a scientist I find that a bit difficult to cope with. Maybe I need to do some more research and then I'll feel a little bit less like, I don't know. But anyway, just looking over at my bookshelf right now, one of my old journals, my previous journal, is a really dark blue colour, so it's kind of almost black, so that's a really good thing if you have like your book of shadows or anything that you want to have like the negative energy not going into it, or people not going into your stuff or seeing your stuff. It kind of gets rid of it. I don't know. I've been talking for way too long. My brain to cope. I'm sorry that this video was very dishevelled. Is that a word? I don't really know. I've heard people use it before. It was very all over the place. I am extremely tired, but I can't stop dreaming about this channel. So yeah, I just really want to build a witchcraft channel. So I'm trying to make content when I can. And I just thought that this would be fun. So here I am. Really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, and please look around on my channel to see if there are any other videos that you are interested in, because I have done a couple of videos but not that many. Please subscribe. I don't really know. I'll see you all soon. Bye. Wait, I forgot to talk about glamours. So makeup is another great thing you can do. So today I got blue eyeshadow, but it kind of looks black from a distance. It doesn't look black, it just looks dark. So that's great to do stuff. Yeah, I think I kind of said everything. You can kind of tell yourself why glamour's a good idea, or just watch a video on glamour magic. I'll probably make a couple of those, but not for a while yet. Bye!